You don't remember the exact goals. You can look at right now, we're not sure about the goals, you can get it to me. Second reading, so yeah. So you come up another day.
Yo tengo tres lápices, una cosa más.
Yo tengo una de esas a la.
Yo de trabajo de aquí y de allá.
Yo ahora salgo con el teléfono.
Es la carretilla. Good evening, welcome to the Singapore City Council meeting today, Monday, July 13, at 6 o'clock. Please meet the
Council President Baena.
Present.
Council President Cazares.
Present.
Council President Figueroa.
Present.
Council President Rosado Martinez.
Present.
Council President Solano. Absent. Council President Rita Silva.
present.
And Council President Terry Patrick. We have quorum, Mr. President.
Please this item on the agenda.
Next item on the agenda is pledge of allegiance.
The United States of America and to the the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The next item on the agenda is public comment.
Public comment open. Nobody raised their public comment. Public comment closed.
Next item on the agenda is the approval of records, meeting minutes of June 8th, 2026, City Council meeting.
Thank you. We have it on my colleague review. Go over the minute.
Yes, I have one amendment on Mr. Fulton. My last name says Tatiana Figueroa.
Oh!
And I did not marry this meeting, so I'm gonna have to find out. So if we could just amend that, please. From Figueroa to Diana. So I'll make a motion to amend the minutes to include my.
Councilwoman Magna made the motion for amendment to her last name. Councilman Peguero second. With the same all in favor say aye.
I.
Motion approved.
And then I make a motion to approve the minutes as amended.
Thank you. Councilman Magna made the motion for approve the minute.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Rosalba Martinez second. With the same all in favor say aye.
Motion passes 5-0. Next item on the agenda is executive communication, Department Financial Reports, June 2026, City Clerk and Fire Department. The next item on the agenda under new business is City Council sitting as Board of License Commissioners. We have a hearing and consideration of petition of license, Entertainment FF1 per diem, Mundialito. Ms. Carol, no?
Thank you. Colleagues. Unfortunately, our vice president could not be here today. She's the one that was scheduled to speak on this, but as you know, well, Santa Catarina, 127 Perry Street, also on the board of Mundialito, and we are hosting our annual soccer tournament, our adult co-ed tournament, which is our 11th year, doing it here in the city of Central Falls, and we are requesting both an entertainment and liquor license. Entertainment, obviously, to have the DJ, and liquor, so we can sell beer and wine, so no hard liquor will be sold, and we've been doing this for the past few years at the private Golden Beach.
Perfect. The other question I have, you can find the same place where you go.
Yep,
Right.
so same place, and then as far as rain dates and stuff like that, we have an agreement with the, with Talcott Middle School. So if there's rain, we will just relocate there. We also have one additional date booked, just in case, for private goal, if we need to make up any of our days. It will run for about 4 weeks, and, it'll be in the afternoon, evening, in case anyone wants to stop by.
Okay, perfect. Just I see here, for coming for fire, just they need the twin packs, the player to start. Perfect. By myself, I don't have any question, I don't know my colleagues have any question for Ms. Mayer. No question. Perfect. Need a motion to approve.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Councilwoman Rosalba Martinez made the motion. Councilman Peguero Alcantara second. Either say, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion approved. Thank you.
Motion passes, one recusal.
Yes, thank you very much.
Next item on the agenda is an entertainment per diem, Iglesia Pentecostal Santidad Union, Fuego, CLA, 101 Davidson Ave, Lincoln. We have Ms. Elvira and Mr. Alfredo Diaz. You guys need a translator?
No, I just speak to you. Thank you. Hello.
You're welcome to Central Falls City Council.
Thank you. We've been here before. It's the same type of thing that we're gonna do is just a small service in front of the shop, if it's allowed.
For the record, you can say the address for the shop where you want to hold
Yeah,
the event.
it's at 125 Washington Street, Central Falls, Rhode Island. Yes, sir.
Yeah, because just I mentioned because I don't see the address so it's here in the permit that I mentioned. Thank you so much. You can go.
So what we're gonna have is, if it's allowed on September 27th, Saturday, at 2 o'clock to about 2 to 5, we're just gonna bring, two speakers just to sing Christian songs and to preach if it's allowed.
Perfect. how do you mention, I know we have put this permit before,
Yes,
just at the clarification, you mentioned where the others in 125 Washington Street as parking lot for the tire place, right?
yes, the parking lot.
Because, you should like, how, I don't know,
Mr.
any
Diaz.
question?
Sorry, Council President. Mr. Diaz, you just noted that your application actually says 7/25/2026 is in July. But you said September is your.
No, it's for July.
It's for July.
Yeah.
It's July 25.
July 25, 2026, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Correct, for the record? It's in 125 Washington Street. I don't know if any of my colleagues have questions for me.
It's gonna be inside of the parking lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it the same particular area?
Yes. We don't gather too many people, it's just a few church members.
Anyone else? No question. We don't have question, I need a motion to approve.
I'll take that.
Councilman Peguero made a motion, Councilwoman Rosal Martin second, with the second in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0. Next item on the agenda,
Mr. Clerk, for the record, Councilman Peguero arrived at 6:07.
Solano.
Solano, sorry. Peguero is here already.
Next item on the agenda is payment F1 per diem for Madeli's Madeira Club, 46 Madeira Ave. The contact is Mr. Al Cardoza. Mr. Cardoza here? Mr. Cardoza? From Madeira Club? Is there a representative from Madeira Club here? No? This is an event that they hold every year.
Just I want to mention to my colleagues for the record is that I assuming this is the same event that they're hosting every year. I think the department is here. I don't think so they have any issue or something the previous years.
No whatsoever.
For the recommendation for this council.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, we didn't have any recommendation with the say and the police department clarified they don't have any issues in the previous year. I recommended to my colleagues made a motion for approve this permit. Councilman Peguero made a motion. Councilwoman buying a second. That's all in favor say aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
Thank you.
The next item on the agenda is also an entertainment per diem, Central Falls School District, Flynn Flyers. Contact is Mr. Kirk Hamill. Mr. Kirk Hamill here?
No, he's not.
He's not here, but I assume it's the same event we approved for a couple years already. The same thing, I think so they always follow all the protocol with the police and fire department. And then any issue happen in the previous year. With that said, for the records, I think I recommend this council, we can make the motion to approve.
I'll make the motion.
Councilwoman Sal Martinez made the motion.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Ibaez a second, with that say, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
Thank you.
The next item on the agenda is a Class A restaurant, new. I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher this name. Yusin Wu, Tori CF Food LLC, doing business as Tori Japan, 361 Dexter Street. Mr. Liru Shi, please come up. State your name and address for the record, please.
Hi, my name is Ray Shi, address 361 Dexter Street, space number 4.
Welcome to Central Falls City Council. Can you explain a little bit about this new business? You want to plan to open, please?
We're hoping to open sometimes in this week or in
What do you offer to this community with this new business here?
We're trying to bring in a new variety of food, more like sort of like a quick service Japanese restaurant with like a teriyaki bento and sushi. Something hopefully that can bring different things to the community.
Okay, perfect. I have a couple of questions for you, Mr. Wu. I'm very excited. We have different restaurants coming to here to the city center for because our slogan is diversity that inspires, and that's represent us. We are very happy to have many other nationality come to open business here in the city of Central Falls. My first question, you say do you plan to open next week or the following week? What do you type operation? How many days in the week?
We're going to open 7 days a week.
7 days a week for, I don't see clear here the time for open. 10 or 12?
I think it's
10 a.m.?
It should be around 11 a.m. to about 11:30 p.m.
Okay,
And maybe Friday, Saturday, we can open maybe to like a little later, to like 1 p.m.
thank you so much for clarifying that. How many employees do you plan to have?
Depending on the business, but in the beginning, probably hopefully have like 5 or 6 full-time.
And do you have full staff already, or you plan to hire city residents?
Well, hopefully to hire more local employees. We already have some interested candidates. We are bringing in maybe like 1 or 2 trainers so that make sure everyone, all the operations goes smoothly.
Okay. And you run the business, or you have any manager you want to hire for run the business?
We all run the business together, but we do have someone that over there. He's gonna be the main guy running the business. But we are all operation, you know.
And do you work in any safety plan, you install security camera or this type?
Yes, we have a security camera installed.
Perfect. Okay. Perfect. I don't have any more questions for now. I don't know if any of my colleagues have a question for you.
I just have one question, is this your first business?
This isn't our first business. It's our first business in Rhode Island, but not. We have several in Massachusetts, so in the greater Boston area. But in Rhode Island, there's a study center for our first one.
What made you come to Falls?
So here is actually very close to Massachusetts first, so that operation support will be strong, and the population here, the density and is very good. I think it fits our concept with the type of demographic here. So I'll hopefully give it a try and see how it goes.
Yeah, last question is more of a suggestion. For the sushi that you'll serve, thinking about all of the cultures that are here, it would be so cool to integrate some of that culture into what you're offering. Like some of the cultural flavors from other countries and like a fusion type of thing.
I've heard something like I've seen something like a burrito sushi, something like that.
Oh, that's cool.
It depends on we always want to hear more from the customer. If the demand is like very high for these, then we are always constantly changing, our menus slightly and testing new products and stuff. So
Sure.
If the demand is high, we would definitely
Yeah.
do work. Okay.
Thank you.
So 3 is and 3 people, right? So they're all 3 is certified?
Oh, we have, we are both certified, but we do have another assistant vendor, he is also certified, yes.
Anyone else? Alright, we don't have any more question comment, and the motion.
I'll make the motion.
Considering Solano made the motion, considering Professor Martinez second, that's it, all in favor say aye. Aye. Motion passed. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you.
Please keep in touch with the city clerk office for the license or the process to come up with the business.
Okay, thank you.
The next item on the agenda is a hawker, new, El Salvador Produce LLC, doing business as El Salvador Produce LLC, 575 Los Ave. Mariela Peña. You need a translator now?
Hello, welcome to Central Florida City Council. You can give your name and address for the record.
Mariela Peña, 575 Austria.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Peña, you can explain a little bit about the business?
Okay, so I'm going to explain. So we currently operate as wholesaler for fruits and vegetables, and we're now looking to sell some of those tropical fruits mostly to regular customers that might want some. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay, I see que es located 575 Longter Avenue, that's from Splash Sport Bar, right? Is that-
575.
Yeah,
It's
that's the empty
it's-
building that we have from Splash, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right next to Dunkin' Donuts, that's right there on the plaza. So we're looking to be outside during the season only, so until maybe early fall, and offer our customers. Most of our menu that we currently have is basically everything from tomatoes and avocados, but we're gonna.
Inside the building?
No,
No,
outside.
Outside? Okay, just outside? You know, we use the building inside, just the outdoor space?
Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, we're just gonna have, just tropical fruits, so if customers wanna buy a case or, you know, we just take it now. We get a lot of people that ask us that question for the past 2 years. So then we decided to do it outside for the season, yeah.
I have one question, City Clerk, for the record. If you have any document for the owner of the space, can allow to use the space? You don't recall?
They signed the application, given authorization, it's notarized,
Okay.
it should be on the actual application.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, and you want it open just for fall or for the whole year?
Only during the summer season. Mhm.
For example, to now,
Yeah,
to
until early
to
fall.
November?
Yeah, once it's like cold, then we're done.
Any question?
Yeah. So you're gonna, you open only 4 days?
I open
4 days
4 days.
only, yeah.
I don't know, mainly on the weekends, yeah.
Yeah, well, right here it says 4.
Days operation. You don't know exactly what day you
Yeah, we,
Thursday
we're
to
now
Sunday?
open for weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then I don't know, if it goes well, I guess, and we see a demand, then we probably can do more days. Also, the weather has a lot to do with it. You know, a rainy day, maybe not open, rainy day.
I have a couple of questions now. So you mentioned that you manage already a wholesale operation. Where does that take place?
So we, at the same warehouse, so, we have our trucks, we receive
Oh,
the
I see.
produce, and then we ship it out to the supermarkets.
And now it's, you actually,
We always have,
Becoming also-
we always have in and out.
yep,
We always have rotation, we keep everything fresh. So this is only like, basically, we're gonna take like a few items that we know
Put it out
people
there.
want, yeah, put
put it
them out
outside.
and keep it fresh, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense, thank you. My second question is, you know, it gets hot, like things could block because of the heat,
We
like,
have reefers,
okay,
yeah, we have 3 trucks, and we'll have reefers, and we have a couple of traders too. We keep maintenance with them, everything, temperature is always good, so we're there
awesome.
for that.
That's great to hear. We know that nowadays there's so many things in our food that it's great if we can get things that are natural, or, you
Yes,
know,
that's,
organic is
Definitely.
good, but, yeah, that's awesome. And it's 10 a.m. to 7 p.m.?
probably, yes, yeah,
Potentially.
so like dawn,
Yeah.
anything. We'll put this to
Just
that.
you two?
Probably get a couple more people to help, yeah. We're just gonna start, see how it
Yeah,
goes.
see how it goes.
How's everything
Most-
work?
Yeah, most people like their fruits and vegetables. If they're fresh, you know.
Yep.
We hope they like it, and, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Anyone else? Don't have any more question or comment? For Salvador Close? Perfect. All right, any the motion?
I'll make a motion.
Councilwoman Rosana Martinez made the motion.
second.
Councilwoman Vargas second. When I say all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
And
Next
that's
item on
it.
the agenda is entertainment per diem. It's Maricon Mikali and Marjorie Beauty Studio, 122 John. We have Miss Maricon Mikali.
I see here the application when hosting the video of Venezuela in this class.
Correct, we're hosting a visual.
I see here Saturday, July 18th,
Correct. We asked for a rain day as well.
rain day the 19th, correct? What time?
From 6:30 to 8:30.
6:30 to 8:30?
Yes.
Thank you for clarifying the time for me. Alright, that's just it. Thank you for everything you do, you know, for friend, sister, boy from Venezuela, you know, we are in the system for we have with you guys. Anything we can do for you and for you, you know, let us know. We're here for support. Thank you so much for everything you do. My only question is the time for clarify for the record. All right, any other question or comment for Ms. Kaya, for my colleagues?
First, I'm sorry about what's going on in Venezuela. There's a lot happening and a lot of families with unanswered prayers and unanswered questions. So I want to offer that from our end. I don't have any questions for you. One question for the clerk would be, in the application, it doesn't look like it was signed. I just noticed that, or received by.
We made a note of that as well. You were able to contact her in time for this meeting to get signed.
No worries.
So I think, to waive the fees because of this being a humanitarian, to be part of the humanitarian, is that something that we ask now?
Yes.
I asked that, please.
Good. I would make a motion to approve the license and also waive the fees.
Councilwoman made a motion, Councilman Colado second. Thank you. That's it. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion passes 6-0. The next item on the agenda is an entertainment per diem, Mujeres Positivas, 6 Chases Ring, Ms. Shirley Castellanos. Ms. Castellanos, are you here? Is there a representative for Mujeres Positivas here? It doesn't look like there's anyone here.
Hi, City Council members. So my name is Laura Lindozado Martinez. I am a member of Mujeres Positivas. This is to ask for the, to do the health fair. This year is going to be
Microphone is for show.
In James Park.
in Jenks Park. Normally, years before was done in Jenks Pediatrics, but we're growing. So we want to have the space of Jenks Park and have all the health fair and every information that the community needs.
Yeah, I see the day is 7:25 and the rain day is 7:26.
Correct, and it's gonna be from 9:30 to 1:30.
What time?
9:30 to 1:30.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that. I know you hosting this before, but you said James for pediatric, now we want to move to James Park. Okay, for me, I don't have any other, I know you, assuming you have, vendors or
We
stuff.
have vendor, we have it, yeah, and everything is set.
I see your, for the department sign in the ballot. I don't have any more questions, this is my colleague's question for you.
No questions. I think it's great that we're doing a health fair. We've seen, the impact of policies on healthcare and on mental health providers. And so, I think it's great that you're showing resources to the community and making sure that they're aware. So thank you for doing that. And then just wanted to know for the clerk again. So. Okay, that's all.
All right, with that said, if you have anyone have more questions or comment, is the motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Councilwoman Baena made the motion, Councilman Peguero second, all in favor say aye.
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 Thank you very much.
Motion passes
One recusal.
5-1 recusal. Next item on the agenda is entertainment FF1 per diem, St. Joseph's Church Central Falls, 391 High Street. We have Father Darius Jorix. Is there someone from St. Joseph's?
From St. Joseph.
You can please state your name and address.
Sorry, second time maybe in this room, I live in Attleboro, Massachusetts. I am a member for Polish Church, 391 High Street, Central Coast. And I don't know, maybe we do it over 40 years, the Polish American
Excuse me, sir,
picnic.
I don't mean to interrupt, if you could state your name first.
We do it for 40 years, Polish American picnic. Usually do it in the September, second weekend. This year, we want to do it 11th, 12th, and 15th.
Can you say your name first? Your name.
My name is Anthony Taraskowicz.
Thank you.
And we request, the permit for this picnic usually is from, I'm not sure, it's for 5 or 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. Friday, Saturday, same time, and Sunday is from 12 to 6 p.m. And a lot of people, they ask me, because I'm chairman for the parking lot, and a lot of people, they ask me, show me your license. And I show the license, then I say, in the license B and Y, the permit for F1, I think it's. And please, I request, please put in the license the note, because I asked people, he said, you not have a proof, why you selling the beer and the wine? We're not selling drink alcohol, only beer and wine. And I asked, you not believe me, let's go to the city of Central for Thanksgiving.
I see here for clarifying in the papers, 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. and you say 1 a.m. You are clarifying that for us, please?
Usually, because for 2 a.m. you need special license, I think.
No, for 12. In the application say 12 and you say 1. What time we
Usually,
12?
12.
Okay, thank you so much. But that's for the record, for the permit.
Okay.
On the details. I see here the police department required 2 officers, that's correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. One firefighter is required to. All right, perfect. That's for the record. Any question?
Another clarification, you mentioned Sunday till 6, but the application says 12 to 4.
I think it's 6, yeah.
It says 4 on the application. 4.
Because usually Sunday is 4 o'clock, they grow.
Maybe you're not paying.
Okay, Sunday says 4.
Oh,
that's
next
a 6,
6, yeah.
Oh, that's 6. That looks like a 4 in mine.
Yeah, for the clarification for the records, Sunday is 12 to 6, right?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Usually we finish 4 o'clock because not too many people, not too many food left, Polish food, pierogi, gołąbki. If you have a spare time, welcome to the Polish festival.
Okay. Thank you so much for the clarification. September 11th, September 12th,
And
6 p.m. to midnight, and September 13th, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. As I mentioned, for 2 police officers and 1 firefighter. With that said, I don't see any of my colleagues have questions coming from Mr. Anthony. Right, so we have one question, make the motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Councilman Cansari make the motion, Councilman Rizal Martinez second, we just say all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
Thank you, sir. Keep in touch with the city clerk office, so they can give you the permit documentation.
We'll contact you. We'll contact you. Pick it up.
Do you, Christina, have a stuff? No, you
Oh,
call this
yeah,
year?
we'll call you.
Okay, thank you.
Next item on the agenda is a petition to the Central Falls City Council, Mr. Giovanni Carmona, doing business as YPR Property, 63 Pemberton Street, asking for a liquor license extension.
Good afternoon, Council.
Hello, Mr. Carmona. You can leave your name and your address.
Giovanni Carmona, 63 Hamish.
Thank you. Yes, you can explain to us the reason for the extension.
Just the business and the construction have been for the board before. Project is finalizing, so just a few weeks off.
Excuse me, I can't.
We're just a few weeks away from completing the
And for, for the expertise and the contractor, how long this take for having?
But, you have to depend on materials and contractors.
Yeah, but normally when you have some contractor, you have any construction plan, they tell you 1 month, 2 months, 2 months, they let you know exactly
Yeah.
how many more time you need.
Just a few, we could do for 8 weeks, but it should be before that.
Thank you for the information.
You're welcome.
Any question for Mr. Carmona?
No, I don't know if I fully heard how much longer you need.
8 weeks?
8 weeks?
Yeah.
Say 4 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, but those are very good.
Mm-hmm.
Before, right?
Yeah, it's 2 months, it's 1 more.
Okay.
Anyone else? No?
No.
Question coming from Mr. Carmona? Make the motion?
Make the motion.
Councilman Solano make the motion, Councilman Figueroa second. Report, please, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
I hope everything will finish in 8 weeks.
Thank
Okay,
you.
please, thank you.
Motion passes 6-0. Next item on the agenda, on the schedule of bills hearings and consideration is A, ordinance amending the official zoning map to rezone certain property located at 162 Washington Street from R2 to C1. Councilperson Rivas by request, first reading.
Good evening, Mr. Council President, members of the council. For the record, my name is Joshua Stone. I'm the Principal Deputy Director for the Planning Department. Before the first applicant comes up this evening and explains their proposal for the zone change at 162 Washington, I just wanted to give a really brief kind of traffic about this.
Mr. President, if you could please open it.
Are we getting open?
I just want to give a kind of brief summary of how these zoning change requests got to the agenda this evening. So the zoning ordinance actually lays out a process by which anybody can request either a text amendment or a zoning map amendment. A few months ago, the folks that are requesting a zone change this evening requested a zoning map amendment for their respective properties. The process generally goes that those go through the planning department. We facilitate a meeting with the planning board. The planning board studies those requests. Are they consistent with the zoning ordinance? Are they consistent with the comp plan? They issue findings and recommendations to you all, which I believe ended up being like 2-3 page memos that you received during the introduction of these applications. And that leads us here tonight to the first reading where you can approve with conditions or deny. And I'm here this evening as one of the facilitators. Planning does not formally recommend either of these, but we are here to answer any questions about the applications. And we do have some recommendations from our perspective in the planning department. So unless there's any questions about the process, I'll turn it on over to the first applicant and I'll follow her with planning's recommendations.
Thank you.
If you could please state your name and address, please.
Yes, Sobeida Benta, 162 Washington Street, Centerport. Basically, what I do is essential needs for the people. Like I do like laundry, shampoo, conditioner, and stuff like that. I buy like in bulk. Like I'm like a retailer. I buy like in bulk, and I try to sell to the community like affordable price, like more cheaper than the store. Like that, people put benefits for what I do. In the meantime, I help myself, to survive, and that's what I like to do. I don't know if you guys have any questions for me. That's basically what I do. Essential needs for the people.
Thank you. Are you in close, right?
No, the planning staff indicated they wanted to come back after she's completed.
Okay, sorry. It's the open. colleague have a question?
So I guess I have the question, so you're running a business out of your garage? Is that what you're doing?
No, it's inside of the house.
It's inside the house?
Yeah. They got like two storage, like 2 rooms inside the house that is empty.
So people go to your house to buy product?
Yeah, inside the house.
People need to go inside your house or you have separate entrance or something for that?
No, it's inside the house.
Yeah, but if people go inside your living room for going to the room or you have separate entrance for can go to shopping?
Yeah, separate entrance.
Okay. Any question?
There's transition, no, I can put it there. Sorry.
She's my sister.
So her store is.
Yeah, please you can leave your name and your address.
My name is Josette Diaz, and I'm Soledad's sister. So the building that it's not on her house, it's in the next door building from her house. So she owns both of the property. And it's a commercial space that was before, was converted into a, it was a residential, and now she wanna convert it back to the business. So her bed is not in her house, it's in a separate room. And nobody goes to anybody, just it's a door that she has to go in there and people can go in there.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that information for this council. Anyone else? Any questions?
I just have one clarifying question for Josh. And is it common practice that the planning department does not offer recommendations at all? Or is it, you're not offering recommendations on this particular?
So she's here to answer questions. When she's done, Josh is gonna give his recommendation to council.
Oh, okay, no, because at the beginning you said the planning department is not giving a recommendation either way, and so that's why I'm clarifying.
You're not giving a recommendation?
On this one, I would say at most for these applications, we will tend to say that we're just simply not opposed. Where we see serious issues, we will state that we oppose them. I'll say in a moment that this one we do not oppose.
So your intent is to come back to the microphone?
I will,
Okay,
yes.
so the questions now for the applicant, and Josh is gonna come back.
Okay, thank you.
Do you have, do you have an LLC? How are you, okay, do you plan on getting one in
Yeah.
order to sell
Yeah.
your
I
products?
got the permit, I'm trying to then register everything that I'm supposed to do.
Or not an LLC, just like a business license?
Yeah, I'm right now registered like sole proprietor,
Okay, perfect, yeah.
like myself.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great, okay. That's why I was like, it doesn't have to be an LLC, could be, that's why I retracted that statement, but that sounds good to know that you do have
Yeah, I do that.
a business under your name, and it sounds like it's a retail business, so you have a retail license, okay.
Yeah.
All right, perfect, thank you.
I don't know how much you help the community with your products. So keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, I hope
I know you help a lot of people.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Any other question for her or just come back to clarify question for us?
Thank you.
All right, good evening again. For the record, Joshua Magno for the planning department. So at the outset, again, I'll say that we are not formally recommending approval of this, but we are not opposed to it. One thing that I would strongly like to say, and this is reflected in the letter of findings and recommendations from the planning board. There's a strong recommendation that if the council were to approve this request, special conditions be applied. And so we are here in support of applying those special conditions if you approve it. And I'll just say what those conditions are. First one would be to limit the zone change to 2 permitted uses. When, just kind of as general information, when somebody requests a zone change, they receive all of the benefits of that zone. So going from residential to commercial, you'd be able to do all of the uses and all of the dimensional requirements of the commercial regulations would apply. So one of the special conditions would be to limit it to only 2 of the permitted uses, convenience store, in alignment with her proposal, and 2-family household to retain the 2 existing units that are in the rear of the property. To limit the convenience store to only the area that she's proposing, that's that front room on the street level of the building. I believe it's approximately 768 square feet. So that way the commercial space doesn't extend anywhere else on the property and potentially remove those residential units. And then finally, also, and I would say this is very important, to only limit the dimensional regulations to R2 zoning requirements. So that is to make sure that if there's any future additions to the property or building of the physical property, that it is limited to the R2 zoning district regulations. And that would ensure that it kind of keeps that residential character that is in alignment with the neighborhood that it's in. And I'm happy to answer any questions from you.
Thank you, Josh, for the information. Any question for Josh? Or any comment?
And Josh, you feel from the planning department / zoning planning commission that this is in line with our comprehensive plan?
It is, yeah. The general gist of the findings and recommendations is that it does meet a few elements of the comprehensive plan and a few general purposes of the zoning.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. The law department reviewed the planning department's recommendation in terms of their proposed contingencies for this zoning request. And we agree that giving them wide latitude on the zoning change would set the stage for potential uses that are not fit for the neighborhood. But with the planning department's clear guardrails around the proposed zoning change, I think it would allow the proposed use without allowing some use 10 years from now that we'd all look back and look at.
Thank you so much for the information. Please proceed. After the information for the owner, for planning, and zoning department, and the law department, any other question or comment? If you don't have any question or comment for any of the department anymore in this, I need the motion.
Council President, you need to close the hearing.
I'm sorry. Close the public hearing. Thank you, Silver. Now with the public hearing closed, is the motion?
I would read the motion to approve contingent upon all of those listed recommendations from the planning department. I'll second.
Councilwoman Baena made the motion, Councilwoman Rosa Martinez second. Just take roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Councilperson Baena?
Yes.
Councilperson Kazarian?
Yes.
Councilperson Tejedo?
Yes.
Yes.
Councilperson Rosal Martinez?
Yes.
Councilperson Solano?
Yes.
Council President Pro Tem Luis Soto?
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0.
Thank you.
The next item on the agenda is an ordinance amending the official zoning map to rezone certain property located at 306 County Street from R3 to C1. Councilperson Vidas will go by request first reading.
Open. You're welcome to send out for city council. You can leave your name and 2 address for the record.
Luis Felipe Martínez.
Fue, baja un poquito más el micrófono para que la,
Ok.
por favor.
Ofelia Martínez Pérez, direcciones 12 Carolina Street, Central Falls.
Santiago, 312 Carolina Street, Central Falls.
Thank you. Anything you want to add it and say to this council about this change ordinance?
So we've been talking about the whole, request, and they were thinking if it will make the approval more, doable, they can open only on weekends, like maybe Fridays 4 to 9, and then Saturdays and Sundays. To avoid interfering with the school applicants afternoon.
Any question for me is? Any question for them?
Well, this is the property that, that applied to do a food truck in there,
In the
parking lot. So what we approved was allowing them to park the food truck there, right? And now we're approving them to sell food, is that?
Councilwoman, I wasn't aware of a former appearance by these applicants in front of council.
I don't think they've appeared, but we've definitely seen something about this parking lot that we're looking
Yeah,
at.
I think it's a first 20 years, I think it's a, but I don't know, I will
It
not
was like to park a food truck in the parking lot.
The proposal is you're requesting a zone change to have an allowed use that would allow them to park the food truck on the property. And I'm sure the solicitor can expand on this, but that doesn't give them outright permission to do that, they still have to do licensing.
Sure.
Another zoning checks to make sure they have adequate parking setbacks, other safety concerns. But that is the gist of their.
On top in the corner.
Any other question or comment for them? Anyone else, before Cecil, you want to add something?
Yes, Mr. President, so, maybe about 7 years ago, the state of Rhode Island passed enabling legislation to regulate food trucks across the state as they become more of a regular phenomenon across cities and towns. Thereafter, the city council, worked with the law department and we updated the city ordinance relating to food vendors, which is Article 5 of Chapter 12 Business and specifically Section 12-167. And that specifically prohibits a food truck on a driveway. So even if you were to agree with this zoning change, your own city laws would prohibit it. So the solution would obviously then be you could change the city ordinance to allow it on a driveway, but currently as written does not allow it.
No.
Mr. Solicitor, to clarify, you mentioned Rhode Island law now enables that,
Correct.
but we have not updated our law,
We did update our law in 2019.
and we didn't change that part.
We did change that part to be in conformance. I'd have to double check if the state law, Josh, if you remember this. I don't know if the state law also prohibits the use of the driveway, but our city ordinance certainly does. So
And that change was made in 2019 to prohibit it.
Yes, right.
I see.
And if I may add to that, Mr. Solicitor, I will say that planning was going to state that we are opposed to this request, as detailed in much more detail in the findings and recommendations from the planning board. There's just a lot of concerns about congestion on the street, lack of on-site parking, smells, sounds that can arise from this type of use, which are only exacerbated if it becomes a popular business, which we hope it would be. So to that end, in short, we are opposed to it, but I would add to what the solicitor mentioned about the ordinance. This has caused me in planning to become a little bit more accustomed with the licensing process for food trucks. One of the things says that food trucks are only permitted in, I believe, industrial zones. So even to add to this, regardless of even the driveway consideration, they're requesting to be a C1, which is a commercial zone. So it's not even clear to us in zoning whether or not that would permit this use either.
For example, they can, if they have the food truck, they can park the food truck, for example, like Grow Studios or any commercial street like the other food truck we have here, or something like that, right?
Yeah, I believe if they went through the licensing process, they can be approved just like any other food truck. The real question here is, can they do it on their property? Current zoning says no, and potentially even the license may say no.
Clarifying question.
Generally, the way this is written in city law and state law is as a mobile food entity. So it's not meant to be sitting in one spot. It's meant to be mobile in different spots throughout the city. As you've allowed trucks on streets, temporary locations for the summer, but in effect, you're turning a house into a restaurant.
Clarifying question, because here it says C2 zoning district, not C1.
Yeah, so I'm glad you actually asked about that. So the applicants are actually technically requesting C2, and at the very outset of the planning board's letter of recommendation, they actually include some verbiage about how, what's a C2, what's a C1. C2 is general commercial. That's more the kind of stuff that you see on Broad Street, on Dexter, kind of like heavy density, real commercial stuff. C1 is more like neighborhood convenience. So from the offset, even the request to be C2 is really not appropriate for the area, to the extent that the board actually just went ahead and said, no, we don't think it's a good idea, and they analyzed it as if it were a C1. But even then, their analysis is choppy when it comes to conformance with the zoning ordinance and with the comp plan, and again, for the issues that I stated earlier, planning is supposed to.
Yeah, that's very helpful. I guess my question now to the applicants is if they know the difference. Like I'm assuming it was explained to them, and so just wanting to make sure that they know
Yeah.
what the differences
Yeah, we
are.
were just looking for like the appropriate, zoning for
Yep.
the food truck.
Yeah, 'cause no one knows that stuff except the guys that work.
Yes.
And the
We're not
lawyers.
expert.
We try to impart the knowledge.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So kudos to you all for even going through that process and trying to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy to figure those things out. So, okay, that's very helpful. Thank you, Josh. And I mean, thank you to you all as well for, it seems like there's an entrepreneurial spirit, so that's great, and we celebrate that. But it does seem like there might be some barriers to making it work. So anyway, I'll leave it up to my colleagues, but just wanted to share, make sure that they understood what's being said.
Councilwoman Baena, I just wanted to clarify that this hasn't gone before the council for a vote. I think what you were referring to might have been
Was the introduction?
Yeah.
Thank you. I remember seeing this driveway.
All right, any other question or comment? Any more question or comment? Close your close. The recommendation from the planning and zoning board department and the city solicitor is to include schools use of the applicant or the law or state or the city of force. In the motion to not allow this, I need a motion.
I'll make the motion.
Councilman Casaria made the motion.
Second.
Councilman Solano second. Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Councilperson Baena,
Yes.
Councilperson Kazarian,
Yes.
Councilperson Tejero,
Yes.
Councilperson Rosado Martinez,
Yes.
Councilperson Solano,
Yes.
I'm abstaining because I know the family very well.
one recusal. The motion to deny the request passes 5 with 1 recusal.
Thank you. Deciding in the agenda, please.
Next item on the agenda is under C, ordinance amending chapter 10, building and building regulations, article 3, flood prevention, section 10-243, applicability, sub B. Councilperson Kazarian by request, second reading.
Public hearing open. Public hearing closed. Okay, we can see.
Mr. Magno, do you want to come up and explain the ordinance? Mr. Sabi?
Public hearing is open.
Good evening again, members of the board. Again, for the record, my name is Joshua Magnone, Principal Deputy Director for the Planning Department. The something before you this evening, again, just to kind of recap what the whole point of this is. There were some flood maps that were updated by FEMA. We were asked, really required by them to amend the ordinance to conform with their federal requirements. That is, just to kind of summarize, making sure that the new map numbers are included on it, the effective dates of the map, and we received some feedback from FEMA's local partners, RIEMA, that we were missing a greater, I believe it's greater abrogation section, which basically just says that where the ordinance is more controlling than federal law, the ordinance controls. And that's taken right from their model ordinance, so it should pass their review, fingers crossed. So again, just wanted to reflect that these changes are required by them to ensure that we're consistent with federal requirements and we retain our national flood insurance eligibility.
Thank you, Josh.
Absolutely.
Anyone have a question for George?
Ready, so.
Yes. All right, thank you, Josh. Moving to, now I need the motion. Councilman Solano made the motion. Second. Councilwoman Baena second. With the same roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Councilperson Baena,
Yes.
Councilperson Kazarian,
Yes.
Councilperson Tejero,
Yes.
Councilperson Rosado Martinez,
Yes.
what was that, Councilperson Rosado? Councilperson Solano,
Yes.
Councilperson Rosado Martinez,
Yes.
and Council President Villasudo.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is an ordinance amending chapter 32, street sidewalks and other public places, article 1, general section 32-12, tree ordinance. Councilperson Rivas Lugo and Baena by request, second reading.
Members of council, again for the record, Joshua Magnus with planning.
One second, Josh. Public hearing open.
Get ahead of myself, I'm too excited about
That's a
it.
great. Thank you. Officially public hearing open.
Great, thank you so much. So just to kind of recap the changes to the tree ordinance. This is really kind of broken up into two parts. One is the organization of the tree advisory board, We made quite a few changes to the membership, who can be a member, how many members there are, including the tree warden as an ex officio member, so he can have a part in some of the fun and the advising on trees. Some of the duties of the board have been advised to kind of reflect the nature of the board and how they'll be helping and advising city staff. And the rest of the ordinance just mainly deals with who has the ability to care for trees. And it takes some stuff from state law, codifies some stuff from state law about the duties of the tree warden, talks about when DPW can intervene and help trees, issue permits for planting of certain street trees. Planning's piece of kind of helping to plan out where those street trees go, you know, all with the goal of kind of making them more beautiful near Center Falls.
Thank you, Josh. Alright. With that, you may colleagues have any questions, Josh?
I think I made my comments during the first hearing.
Alright, perfect, thank you.
The one, well, it's not for Josh, so now.
Alright, with the same, but we can go. With the for clarification in the motions.
I'm happy to make a motion. I just wanted to know, in the actual ordinance, to add my name. I know it was not added on the agenda, but on the actual ordinance, not. So just, do I have to make an amendment? Or that's just a request?
It's clerical, so the clerk can do that.
Perfect, thank you. So I would make the motion.
Made a motion by Councilwoman Baena, second by Councilwoman Rosal Martinez, with the same roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Councilperson Baena?
Yes.
Councilperson Kazarian?
Yes.
Councilperson Figueroa?
Yes.
Councilperson Rosal Martinez?
Yes.
Councilperson Solano?
Yes.
Council President Pro Tem Rivas Lugo?
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda under 7 is hearing and consideration of claim. Mr. Andrew Margado, East Providence. The reason he's here, there was an alleged damage to his vehicle caused by debris from DPW landscaping.
Look, while you bring your, I'll leave your name and your address for the record.
Andrew Morgado, 499 Warren Ave, East Providence, with 914.
Thank you. You can explain a little bit what's going on?
Okay, yeah. Day before 4th of July, July 3rd, I was going down Broad Street. While I was driving, I was going to East Street in Pawtucket, cutting through that way. I was driving through and I heard like a popping noise. My driver's side window shattered, pulled over, peeled the rest of the glass off. I went back that way. I saw Central Falls Department of Public Works. Pulled over, I talked to one of the employees, and I guess he was the one that was weed whacking. He said he acknowledged it was him because he heard the popping noise with the rock that got on the weed whacker. He told me to call the Department of Public Works. They directed me to the police station, and actually went through the process.
Thank you for the information. I see the cost of the job last in 217.
Yeah, 22/17/34, I think it was.
Why they still allow you have the maximum for this kind of claim? For 300, right?
That's only for power.
Yeah, that's right. That was my question. Is
That's my
there a limit? For ordinance.
Usually, you can clarify for this time, a claim, any limit?
No, there's no limit. The only limit is potholes. This is not a pothole claim. I do have a couple of quick questions.
Please, thank you.
For the claimant. So, in the packet that was sent to the council, there's an invoice for $399, but your claim is for $2,200. What is the discrepancy? Is there a second invoice that we're not seeing?
The 22/17 was the total amount from the Myers. I'm not aware of the 399.
So I'm looking at a Myers refinish report. Maybe this doesn't include the window? I don't think those pages are in the packet. It's not. It's just one page. like that, it is there. That was the first issue. The second issue, Mr. President, is that typically with claims like this, we submit it to DPW and we get a report back as to whether the director speaks to his staff and, the claimant indicated he spoke to the staff person. But we internally have a process. We're not complete with that. This claim only happened 10 days ago. We normally take a month or so to investigate. So what I would say is, you don't want to waste the claimant's time and make him come back. But maybe if the council were inclined to grant the claim, if you could do that contingent on DPW coming back with an affirmative report that they did cause this, and to the extent that they dispute it, we would ask them to come back, but if they don't dispute it, then he doesn't have to come back.
I would make that motion. Sounds good.
Okay. Councilwoman Diana made the motion, Councilman Guerrero second. With the same. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed.
6-0. Be in touch.
Yeah, so just give us a couple weeks.
Okay.
And if anything comes up, we'll be in touch.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is adjournment.
Any motion to adjourn? Councilman Guerrero made the motion, Councilwoman Baena second. Yeah, this meeting will be 7:07.
Good, she's good. That's what I mean.
Are you guys not all
I'm sorry.
Yes, turn your heat on.
I give it anyway. They have it. They give me those copies.
Oh, no, this is for veterans. You don't notify something for this unless you.
Yeah, they told me, yes, they told me that in media today.
Yeah, we never, I never.
Like, we'll go outside.
Yeah, I did. Downstairs.
This was literally today.
About 2 weeks ago, yeah.
That's a rough picture, that's a rough picture.
Yeah,
Just
so you guys
as
have a
a
meeting
quiet,
today, so that's why you can't. Yeah.
No, I understand that, but this was
Yes.
when I think I was grabbing.
Yeah, no, she had just fallen asleep after eating, so she
And
was
this looks just out of it.
Just I pay already, I pay with money orders and all.
Okay, let me look into this, but this application, what she should have done.
It was laid downstairs.
This is your copy, this is the original.
I think
copy. All the signatures on it. This is what I
continue the same. Every day I'm really like trying to have her try to do finger and
The lady in charge of the park application, I think she's Conversion, locally.
She's with Parks and Rec. Parks and Rec would give you.
same day.
You have to reason for celebrate.
She has his phone number.
Every day I got a reason to celebrate.
She had sent, the last picture that I sent to her was that one. She told me to send her that picture. She has this one.
Look at mine.
Candida?
Yeah.
That's not before, right?
No,
Parks and Rec.
Sunday.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
This is has the meeting or something. This was the Parks and Rec.
Yeah, I brought all the papers to her.
This comes upstairs.
She never gave it to me.
This is the original.
She gave me those papers. Yeah, but she told me the only thing I need to do now is just come to the.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, to the meeting.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
Yeah, that's why right now, like, July 14th.
This is the cheapest stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely discuss the matter. Do you, let me,
Yeah, because I sent her the picture, she told me just send me that picture if you can see it. That's why I just sent her that picture.
if you wanna just hold tight, I'm gonna grab a card to give you, we'll figure out how we can address it. We'll
what you pay for actually, what it's you still have to pay for the license, but because you're a church,
Yeah.
people pay those.
We're sure, yeah. She told me, just send me that picture, and you sure, I said, yeah.
Sí, no,
Yo,
Sí.